It's Christmas Eve, and the Republican Party has shown that they are going to be just as much a problem for the American people after Donald Trump as they are with Donald Trump. House Republicans have rejected a proposal that would have put $2,000 in the hands of every American after the President of the United States rejected the first proposal that only gave Americans $600. Now, it's not like me to say anything good about Donald Trump. And despite the fact that Donald Trump is doing this as a way to try to steal the election, the fact of the matter is that $600 was simply not enough. And whatever the motivation is the president has behind the scenes, the reality is that every single American needs $2,000. Even more than that, but certainly $600 was never going to work. Well, the Republican Party has shot that down. Democrats were actually ready to give the American people $2,000 each. Nancy Pelosi, Steny Hoyer, even Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez all agreed with the President of the United States. And it took the House Republicans to look the American people in the eye on Christmas Eve and say, no, we're not going to give that to you. Why? Because, well, we just don't want to give it to you. The president is ready to sign it. Such as he is the president, he's on his way out the door. Well, if he could do one good thing on his way out the door, the Republican Party made sure that he wasn't going to be able to do that. Now, I want to play this clip of Donald Trump as he outlines the reasons as to why he wanted to do it. And I want you to listen to the last part because clearly his intentions aren't benevolent here. But at the same time, sometimes we have to take something good out of someone as malevolent as Donald Trump.
I am asking Congress to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I am also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation and to send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me. And we will get it done. Thank you very much.
Now, Democrats offered the bill in response to Donald Trump saying that the American people deserve more, and the Democrats were ready because the Democrats wanted more than $600 in the first place. Now, this isn't to make the Democrats out to be a hero. There's a lot of problems that we have to discuss as it pertains to them. But as in regards to this bill, in regards to this COVID stimulus package, it is the Republican Party now that Donald Trump is brilliantly exposing as just as problematic as he is. He's not going to take the brunt of this by himself as he goes out of office. I honestly think the president is trying to undermine the entirety of the Republican Party, putting them in a position where they were going to have to go on the record saying that they were not going to support the American people. This reminds me of the time Lindsey Graham said if they elected Donald Trump that he was going to destroy the Republican Party. And so the president, in an effort to find a way to overthrow or overturn the results of the election, decided to do something that he thought the American people would like, which is, yeah, it's Christmas time. We've been in this pandemic for almost a year, and the government has only given us $1,200 per adult in this country, $1,200 per person in this country. And yet and still, they have completely shown that they have no regard for the pain and suffering of the American people. And here we are, the president finally doing something just kind of tangentially good, right? To be sure, I don't believe that he has good intentions, but that's okay. It was tangentially good. Americans need $2,000 each. They need $2,000 a month to ride out the duration of this pandemic. And yet the Republicans have shown that they plan to be exactly as problematic for the American people after Donald Trump is gone as they were while Donald Trump is here. And this is why I think it's critical that the rest of America understand that the problems that we have in this country far exceed Donald Trump. Getting rid of Donald Trump was just step one. There's literally a list of things that we have to go through to make sure that this country is the type of country that doesn't completely abandon its people during a pandemic. And yet here and still, the Republicans have shown that they have no problem declaring war on Christmas by snatching out of the hands of every American $2,000 that they need to survive. They don't mind giving trillions to Wall Street. Corporations have been bailed out. Big businesses have been bailed out, but the American people have been left to dry. And this is the nature of the Republican Party. This is the nature of America. This is the nature of America, and these are the things that will be here after Donald Trump is gone. It is absolutely vital that the American people realize that the fight has just begun. We cannot simply rest on our laurels because Donald Trump is gone, because not only is the Republican Party just as problematic without Trump as they were with Trump, but there's so many things about this federal government that has completely abandoned, so many ways that this government has abdicated its responsibility to take care of the people who give it the consent to govern. And I think that maybe, just maybe, they feel like the people will never revoke that consent. But this Christmas season, as people are standing in bread lines trying to feed their children, I think the American government really needs to understand that the American people can only take so much and only for so long.